What's up, fam? How's everyone doing? Today we got the RTR with the big wheel kit and the big sprocket that comes with it. What is it? 86 tooth back sprocket. So if you buy your own rim set, that's going to be the only issue. You could buy these rims like $60 a piece on Amazon, but you can't get that sprocket. That sprocket is designed for the RTR, and they don't sell it separately. So you kind of get stuck with the big wheels and the same size sprocket as the small wheels, which will give you a higher top speed but less torque. So the big wheel kit on here, it comes with the brake rotors, the sprocket, the thick chain. Also, when you put the big wheel kit on, no longer is your kickstand going to function properly, because you're raising the bike up that much. The kickstand's not going to function. It's going to be short, so your bike will lean way over to the side. So I was looking at it, and the pegs, as they were, the height of the pegs, they were really short. They say it's made for an adult, this bike, but it's really made from like a kid, the way the pegs are spaced from the top of the seat. So I figured, since I already raised the bike up with the big wheel kit, I could drop the pegs as much as I raised the bike up without interfering at all with the ground. So what I did was I just added an extension bracket to the holes where the peg was supposed to mount. And I put the extension bracket on, I bolted it in, and then for an extra piece of redundancy, I put another bracket on the outside into the third bolt hole, or the peg hole, that was empty. So I got a full redundancy, so it's not going to come off. Like I said, I lowered it about an inch down and a little bit forward. So we're going to see how well this works today. I'm going to take it out and see how much more comfortable it is. I can tell you, just by sitting on the bike, it's like, it's amazing. Almost want it even lower, but I'm going to see if the pegs are going to come in contact with the ground, or if I'm going to have any ground clearance issues, and we're going to go from there. So stay tuned, and let's see how these pegs work with the big wheel. I can tell you right off the bat, the bike is way more stable. And the pegs are so much more comfortable. Bike is almost as loud as a gas bike, though. Yeah, so much better. So much better. Like, so much better. Way more stable. It rides over little bumps so much better than it did. And it's the pegs being lower, it's just so much more comfortable. At least now my knees are closer to the top of the tank instead of being like up here and in my chest. Yeah, but it's so much better. I can't even explain to you guys. If you have the RTR and you ride it off-road, I can't even tell you how much better this is. How much better the pegs feel, how much better they feel moved up a little bit in front of you from where they were. How much better the knees feel, how much easier it is to stand up and down. Much better it is going over these little rocks. I mean, those weren't little rocks, but little rocks. It's not trying to throw you off the trail, or, you know, throw you way off the bike when you hit a little rock. That was the problem before that I was having, you know. It was just sketchy, especially at higher speeds, man. It was sketchy. Sketch City. Like on this stuff. I mean, look at the size of these rocks. And they're softball size. You know, you hit one of them on the old wheels and it's throwing you right off track. Tap. My gosh, the pegs are so much more comfortable. Feels like a whole different bike, honestly. It's like a whole different bike. This is the bike that should have been made. I mean, the 14, 10-inch or 12-inch rims were just, I mean, maybe they're fine for street or a perfectly groomed trail, but anything like free riding where you're on a trail that has rocks in it, man, they were just sketchy, super sketchy. Yeah, but so far, man, I'm telling you guys, if you have an RTR, you ride it off-road, big wheel kit, drop your pegs. It's super simple. Just use a piece of metal, like a flat stock piece of metal that's thick enough that you're not gonna, you know, snap it. Make sure your bolts are good, not Chinese bolts that are gonna break, and you should have no issues. So much better to stand up with. Oh my gosh. Like before, it was so hard to stand up and down, up and down, up and down. It's like a workout. So far, I don't have any issues with my pegs coming in contact with the ground, so I mean, this feels really good right now. I said I wouldn't mind it if it was a little lower. So I got a little bit more technical turns and stuff in here. We'll see if I come in contact with the ground. Oh my gosh, these big wheels, I can't say enough, guys. I can't say enough. And maybe it was because, you know, maybe it's because of the pegs being lower as well. So I didn't do one at a time, I did them both. So I'm not exactly sure if it's the combination of both the pegs being lower and the wheels, or if you'll get the same feeling from just the wheels. But oh my gosh, like this is like necessary. Like from before, night and day. I hated those little wheels so much. I took them off and I immediately sold them on Marketplace. These came out, the new big wheel kit, it's like $360 or something like that, and then with taxes and shipping, you're at $400. So I sold my old ones, the original ones that came on here, for $200, $180 on Marketplace. So this stuff wound up costing me, you know, $200. So, which I'm okay with. I mean, that's all right, $200. But I can't even go back to the smaller wheels. I don't even have them anymore. Yeah, this is so much better. It handles, it turns. It would understeer like mad before. And I don't have many rocks in this trail. This is pretty smooth, but it's more about the understeering here. They labeled this as an adult-sized bike, but it's still a kid's bike. But you could make it a more adult-sized bike by putting these bigger rims on it, raising your handlebars up, and then putting a peg drop on, and it's like an adult bike now. A mini adult bike, but it's still an adult bike. Like, I fit on this so much better, like so much better. Night and day, man, night and day. So if you're an adult and you have this RTR, you ride it off-road, I'm telling you, man, spend the money, buy the big wheel kit, and yeah, you could cheap out and get it from Amazon, like I said, but you're not going to get the rear sprocket, so you're going to lose some torque. Now this is where the trailer becomes a little shittier, and then it's done actually right now. So, but yeah, guys, I'm telling you, if you have the RTR, ride it off-road, definitely get the big wheel kit and drop your pegs, raise up your handlebars. I bought this, it's kind of like a snowmobile handlebar raiser. It raises them up so you can actually tilt the bars forward and still pull them back, so it'll put the bars in more of a comfortable position. %, guys, 100%. It's a pretty big hill, and they'll go right up this, no problem. Like, these rocks are baseball size. So you right up, no problem. Cool. A little cave. This is sick. Yeah, look at that. It just looks better. I mean, it just looks better. It looks better, it feels better. And then you got to get the, they had the revolver motor. I saw them do a video for the revolver motor, and then all of a sudden that video got deleted, taken down. I can't find it no more. And that motor was supposed to have a 420 chain. So, I don't know what's going on with that, but I know their new 6.7 kit with the True Moto controller, you know, that looks promising. The only problem is I really don't want to spend another $2,000 on upgrading this. You know, that'll put me at like $5,500, you know, to upgrade this. And it's just, I don't know. I'll never get it back. and you're just giving that money away. I mean, no one will ever pay anything close to that. Yeah, so I'm not sure. I mean, I would enjoy more torque. It should have more torque. I mean, if this bike actually had like the E-Ride Pro 2.0, like 12 kilowatts, wow, this bike would be insane. All right, guys, thanks for watching. It's getting nice, so get out and ride, and I'll catch you next time.